G'day Oneworld Fly Squad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. My name is Jaden. We're at Seoul Incheon Terminal 1. Today we're going to fly Cathay Pacific Airbus A321neo in economy from here to Hong Kong. We're going to be checking out the brand new Oneworld Lounge here at Seoul Incheon. Really excited about it. Hopefully it's a lot better than the former Cathay Lounge. Now without further ado, let's go check in. Last week, I uploaded a trip report on Greater Bay Airlines from Hong Kong to Seoul Incheon. Greater Bay Airlines is a new startup, low-cost airline based in Hong Kong. If you haven't watched that trip report yet, I'll have the YouTube link in the description down below. Today we'll be flying Cathay Pacific, a Hong Kong full-service carrier. They operate 4 daily flights between Hong Kong and Seoul, with a mixture of Boeing 777, Airbus A321neo, A330 and A350. A lot of airlines fly between Hong Kong and Seoul. As a result, you get cheap airfares. Last time I checked, if you're departing from Seoul, you pay exactly the same for going to Hong Kong one way or return. At Terminal 1, you get plenty of Cathay check-in counters. Even if you don't have status, you don't need to line up. There aren't many travellers going through Seoul Incheon today. We went through security and immigration within 5 minutes. We then made our way to the brand new Oneworld Lounge. It's the first of its type. The second Oneworld Lounge just recently opened in Amsterdam. This Oneworld Lounge has been long anticipated because the former Cathay Pacific Lounge was quite average, and Oneworld frequent flyers and premium passengers are left with no good choices. A fair few Oneworld airlines come to Seoul Incheon, including American Airlines, Qatar Airways, British Airways, Qantas and Cathay. So I'm sure many travellers appreciate this new lounge. The lounge is bright and modern. It's situated alongside the window so you get a great view over the tarmac of Terminal 1. When it comes to food and beverages, you've got buffet, mostly Western cuisine. And then there's also a cocktail bar and a self-serve bar. There you'll find sparkling wine, Korean spirits, whiskey, gin and vodka. Finally, there's an espresso machine. Unfortunately, there's no barista-made coffee. The food on offer is quite healthy. A wide range of salad. Everything is steamed or stewed, but noticeably everything is quite heavy in carbs. Conveniently, right next to the buffet, there are tables and chairs so that you can dine comfortably. Overall, it's a nice little lounge. You can see that they've put a lot of effort into designing this place, and it's a big upgrade from the former Cathay Pacific Lounge, where the only hot food they offered was instant noodles. That being said, it's not my favourite lounge out there. I still prefer the Cathay The Pier Business Class Lounge in Hong Kong, the Qantas Hong Kong Lounge, and the American Airlines flagship lounges. But this is good enough, it's pretty decent. There are shower rooms here if you need to freshen up before your flight. In the men's room, there are only 2 cubicles, so you might need to wait for the toilet during busy hours. Before long, it's time to head to our gate number 48 for our flight to Hong Kong. It's a fairly long walk from the Oneworld Lounge. Terminal 1 is massive, so be sure to leave enough time for walking. Here's our Cathay plane to Hong Kong. It's just operated a flight from Hong Kong and it's doing a turnaround. A 2-year-old Cathay Pacific Airbus A321neo, Bravo Hotel, Papa Foxtrot. Hello. Thank you. Have a good day. You too.
Hello. Just give one more second. Thank you. Oh, good now. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome on board. We just walked past business class in a 2-2 configuration. Here's economy in a standard 3-3 configuration. Our seat today will be 22A, a bulkhead window seat. I've previously flown Cathay A321neo in business class and also in economy, but non-bulkhead. If you're interested in watching those videos, I'll have the link in the description. On this short haul flight to Hong Kong, you won't find pillows or blankets on your seat, but they're available on request. At row 22, you get plenty of leg room. I'm stretching out right now and my feet won't touch the bulkhead. Every seat has a touchscreen TV, ours on the bulkhead. You can reach out your arm to scroll through. If it's too far for you, you've got a remote controller. On the TV, you'll find USB ports, A and C types, also headphone jack. In addition, while you charge your phone, you can place your phone in the tiny storage compartment underneath. Every seat has a soft adjustable headrest. You can also recline your seat. For those who've flown Cathay A350-1000, you'll notice the similarities between those seats. They're essentially the same. Fundamentally, they're really comfortable. It comes with double seat back padding. But on the Airbus A321neo, you don't get much legroom unless you're at the exit row or bulkhead. Also, they've changed the seat colours to red on the Airbus A321, Cathay was the first airline to introduce Bluetooth connectivity to your earphones, and they did it on the Airbus A321neo. If you haven't got your own Bluetooth headphones or earphones, you'll find those headphones in your seat pocket. Cathay Pacific's in-flight entertainment is pretty impressive. Plenty of TV shows and movies to choose from. You can also play Angry Birds, my childhood mobile phone game. Here's the interactive in-flight map.
City Pacific, and all the crew, would like to welcome aboard Cathay Flight 439 to Hong Kong. Just making final preparations before we can push back to start the engines, make good progress to on-time departure. Flight time 171 is 3 hours and 20 minutes. En route conditions forecast will be generally fine and smooth. However, I do remind you it's a very sensible idea to keep your seatbelt loosely fastened, even when the seatbelt sign is turned off, to ensure your safety against any unexpected turbulence. Very shortly, Victor will be sharing a safe demonstration video on the safety features of this aircraft. I would appreciate if you pay attention to this important information. Come with our Hong Kong overcast afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms in the area have at times current temperature of 26 degrees. In the meantime, I invite you to make yourselves comfortable. I have the pleasure of flying you to Hong Kong. I'll get back to approaching our descent point with some updated arrival information. Thank you.
We welcome you on board CX439 Oneworld flight to Hong Kong. This flight is operated in conjunction with Qantas Airways, Qatar Airways. To our members, it's a pleasure to see you again. Captain Paul Walsh will take us to Hong Kong in 3 hours and 20 minutes. We're looking forward to taking care of you during your flight. Your safety is very important to us. May I please have your attention for the safety demonstration? Thank you. 各位乘客午安，我係你哋本航班嘅高級倉務長碧塵。
Our captain today is Australian, I think. In-flight service manager is from Hong Kong, and he makes announcements in Cantonese and English. We've also got a Korean cabin crew on board, and she'll do Korean PA. Once airborne, you can connect to the in-flight Wi-Fi. It does, however, come with a charge. For messaging and texting, you'll need to pay $3.95. For 1 hour browsing, you'll need to pay $9.95. And for the whole flight, you'll pay $12.95. In-flight service is about to begin. I'll take out my tray table, which is located inside the armrest. The tray table is foldable. You can also place your mobile phone here, so you don't need to hold your phone while you watch Netflix or YouTube. So the in-flight service began with a cup of water, and I'm beginning to notice how the cabin crew keep forgetting the passengers sitting at the bulkhead seats. When they were handling pillows and blankets earlier, and now the water, they would come all the way to the first row, but they won't do eye contact with you. They'll start looking at the passengers sitting at the row behind me. So every time when they were trying to serve us something, they keep forgetting the 6 of us sitting at the bulkhead. I would then immediately press the call button to get their attention.
This is check-out.
On this flight from Seoul to Hong Kong, you'll be served a full lunch. Today you're given 2 options, they're both Korean. Option number 1 is chicken rice, option number 2, beef rice. Every meal comes with appetizer, prawn salad and also fruit. For my main, I went for the chicken. This was delicious, the chicken was tender, however the sauce a bit too sour for my liking. And also you get some tteokbokki. The beef rice on the other hand is savoury. Similar to the Japanese gyudon, I prefer this one. For my drink of choice, I went for Perrier sparkling water. On all Cathay flights, you get metal utensils. Both meals today are pretty good. Great portion for a 3-hour journey to Hong Kong. But it's a little bit funny how both meals are meat and rice, because usually they would do either a Western meal or maybe a noodle dish, just for better variety. And to finish up, every passenger got a Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Due to the strong turbulence throughout the flight, today no coffee and tea will be served. Hello there, welcome on board Cathay A321neo Economy Lavatory. There are 3 at the back of the cabin, so don't have to wait too long to use the lavatory. It's quite well lit, you've got personal AC vent, light on the floor, very fancy. A little bit dirty though. The crew couldn't really clean it because the seatbelt sign is on, and the pilot actually told them to sit down, but I've waited 2 hours to use the lavatory, and now I really need to use it. Kahook!
And Hong Kong area. This unfortunately won't get any better as we descend. I'll be asking the cabin crew to prepare the cabin very early and for their own safety. Present indications and subject to any air traffic control instructions, we'll have you touching down into Hong Kong at 4:30 local time. About a 10-minute taxi to the gate, arriving at 4:40. Come within Hong Kong, reasonably fine now. There's a few showers and thunderstorms in the area, current temperature of 26 degrees and a westerly breeze up to about 5 kilometres an hour. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing to fly with Cathay, and we do hope to be of service for next year travel. Thank you and good afternoon. Cabin crew, 30 minutes to landing.
We've now started our descent into Hong Kong Airport, and I'll quickly conclude this trip report right here, right now. Our journey today started at Incheon Airport, Terminal 1. Check-in was quick and easy. There were many check-in counters open for this flight. And then we proceeded towards the Oneworld Lounge, which was nice and new. And then when we got on the plane, the bulkhead seat was comfortable. The Bluetooth connectivity was a nice addition. I really enjoyed watching the TV without having the wires everywhere. Food today was good, and despite the bumpy ride, I enjoyed my flight to Hong Kong. For the cabin crew, a mixed bag of them today. The cabin crew who kept forgetting about us sitting at the bulkhead never apologized. And then up in business class, you have a super nice in-flight service manager. He would come down to economy class from time to time, and he gave Oneworld frequent flyers personal greeting, including myself, who's a Oneworld Sapphire, and 6'4", who's a Ruby, and that's pretty rare. Now please enjoy the approach and landing into Hong Kong, and I'll see you later in the vlog after disembarking. Bye.
belongings before leaving the aircraft. You may now switch on the personal electronic devices for cellular functions. For passengers with connecting flights on Cathay Pacific, please reserve time for security checks and arrive at the boarding gate at least 30 minutes before departure to avoid disruption to your traffic lane. The connecting flight information is available from your personal TV or our ground staff on arrival. It's been a pleasure taking care of you today. Once again, we sincerely apologize for the delay. We thank you for your patience and understanding. Thank you for flying Cathay Pacific, are members of the Oneworld Alliance. 歡迎嚟到你家香港，為安全起見，請留喺座位。
또한 항공기에서 내리기 전에 모든 수집금을 챙기셨는지
Congestion in the apron area to clear before we can proceed with another 4 aircraft to get underway before we can taxi to our gate. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. We do appreciate your patience. I'll keep you updated if this information does change. Thank you.
교통 상황으로 인하여 지정된 게이트로의 이동이 잠시 지연되고 있습니다. 여러분의 안전을 위해서 좌석 벨트를 매주시고 자리에 앉아서 잠시 기다려 주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Gold Coast Hotel in Hong Kong. It's located in Gold Coast, Tuen Mun area of New Territories. It's now day 3 since we've landed in Hong Kong on that Seoul flight. We stayed at a Conrad Hong Kong for 2 nights and then we went to Macau for a day, and we had just gotten back from Macau by bus. This hotel is pretty nice, a lot cheaper than the ones on Hong Kong Island or Kowloon. The bathroom is really big. You've got a bathtub as well. Everything in the fridge is free of charge and they restock it every day. Interesting selection they've got. This would be my favourite, chrysanthemum tea. Almost 12 years ago when I was in year 7, attending a Hong Kong school, I went to this hotel and performed as a part of the choir group. I was in soprano. Hong Kong has recently banned all disposable plastic in hotels, so now you gotta bring your own water bottle. Some hotels also lend you one. It's now day 2 here at the Gold Coast Hotel. Today we're gonna go check out Tai O. They offer free shuttle to Tai O, which is quite far away from most parts of Hong Kong. It's on the Lantau Island, so you would actually go past the airport. For tourism, it's one of the most popular places to visit if you're into outdoor. And I've actually never been before. I'm only going because of the free shuttle. I'm excited. So Tai O is a fishing village. It's popular because it's quite aesthetic and you've got houses built on the water. Unfortunately, there's a lot of trash in the water. It's quite sad to see. We're now gonna have breakfast at this cha chan teng. This is macaroni soup with fried eggs and ham. A very Hong Kong breakfast. This is Hong Kong style French toast, one of my favourite food ever. It's really interesting to exist in Tai O, and then you travel 30 kilometers, you'll be in a hustling and bustling city. I also love how they've got so many cats and dogs living in harmony. This ginger cat is literally laying on the floor, like right on the middle of the street. We're now taking the public bus to Tung Chung. It's near the airport and Cathay City. Tung Chung has a massive factory outlet mall. We're now taking the bus back to Tuen Mun Gold Coast Hotel. That is Qantas flight QF29 from Melbourne. For the rest of the day, I was just editing video and then I went to a nearby McDonald's for dinner. Thanks for watching today, hope you enjoyed this video and vlog. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, share and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.